Hi, I'm Shannon Peck, and I'm a spiritual healer. I'm a spiritual love healer. And I'd like to talk to you now about staying centered in tough times. These are kind of tough times, especially for the nervous system. We're in an age of gigantic energetic acceleration, and we've all felt it for 15 years or more. Especially the rapidity of it, the increase of it, has been monumental. And as a spiritual healer, so many of my calls are about this overwhelm, this stress factor, this uncenteredness that people are just weaving around because there's so much to catch up with all the time. Everything is so sped up. It's increasing the adaptation rate for change and the necessity for dealing with the stress and the increase of pressure all the time. And so people are suffering. So how can we stay centered in tough times? One of the things I do, it's so simple, and you probably have even practiced this yourself, to slow myself down from all this fast pace. I might be in the car. I might be walking down the hallway. It might just be empty moments between phone calls. I'll just stop and I'll breathe. I'll just bring myself into the moment and breathe. Just dealing with breath and slow breath and a nice inhale. And a lovely exhale. And doing several of those in sequence can help bring things into a calmness, into a centeredness. It's very helpful. Another thing that I practice is inner talk, inner love talk, really. And so my inner talk might be, I'm so busy, I'll never fit all this in. You know, just even looking at the day ahead, oh, how will I fit all this in? And so many of us go through that. You've got kids to pick up, you're balancing food and activities and after-school sports events. And I mean, it's endless with all of us. Even if you don't have kids, the business, it just never ends, and the social and the driving time, all of it. So I find that it's not so much what the events are on your calendar on any given day. It's more about what you're telling yourself about those events. It's the interpretation. It's the perception that you hold about your day, about your events. And the perception is everything. The perception is the one place where you have power to center yourself. So take the crises in the government with the money right now. Well, I woke up several times last night thinking about it, like, holy cow, what's going to happen to our money markets? Well, I mean, what's going to happen to our whatever, in the stock market? And every time I did, I practiced centering. And every time I centered, I went back to sleep. Even though I woke up several times during the night, and even though yesterday I practiced it about 100 times, every time I knew what to do. I could bring myself back into center and remind myself, and here's the key, there's something so much bigger happening. So much bigger. And I don't care what you're faced with. Last month I went to the emergency room twice with my mom. And it was a life-threatening issue both times. And both times I practiced centering because I can't go jumping into emergency energies. That's just too crazy. My adrenaline just will be bummed out. And so to center myself, I'm telling myself if I'm going through it, there's something so much bigger going on here. And I imagine a divine presence of love, of immense love that is with us. That's with us now in the money crunch in the nation and globally. That there's so much bigger power of a blessing of a presence, a blessing of something good that perhaps we can't even understand at the moment, but we can hold to that. And as we do, we come back to center. As I think about the Senate and the House and our members who are trying to come to agreement, perhaps when you're seeing this, it's already passed. And so you'll see it's no longer a crisis. But things are changing. In what way, we don't quite know. But we don't have to know right now. We don't have to wait till it's all fixed before we have comfort, before we have our center. We can actually keep our center as we go through a crisis of any proportion, of any magnitude whatsoever. By remembering there's something so much bigger than this at work, at play, that is overseeing the entire plan, and its intention is to bless us. And I love that because that's my definition of divine love. Without that perception, I don't think I'd be able to calm myself or center myself. It'd just be a human trying to calm down, calm down. But that doesn't really get it. And so many people in our nation, in the United States, are taking pills to calm down, or drinking a lot to calm down, or smoking even. Many methods to calm down. But I find that there's nothing so wonderful as within myself, without reaching for anything external. I can simply reach for that divine place within myself, that inner voice, that sacredness that I hold within me, that is already calm no matter what, that is eternally so. I can get in touch with that core place just as you can. And just by connecting with it, I become calm. I might need to do that many times. It's a discipline, it's a practice. But the more I practice it, the more I can manage most any kind of tidal wave with a sense of calm and centeredness. And that's what I want for you. Because even though right now it seems like there's so many great things going on, big, huge changes of monumental proportion, I think there's going to be even greater changes that we cannot even imagine. Change is not bad, but it requires of us to deal with our nervous systems, that's for sure. And so this is how you can do it. Just remember the divinity within you, the core, the unchanging place of comfort and calm that is forever undisturbed, forever with you, abiding with you as a presence of divine love that is blessing you, even when you can't see it, even when you don't understand it, even when you don't know. That's what you hold to. That's your life raft. And that will take you through every storm. And that's what I want for you to do, is to be able to go through turbulent times, changing times, difficult times, easy times, no matter what, whether it's plus or minus, with your greatest centeredness imaginable. Then your finest self can rise forth and be even a leader for yourself, your friends, your family. You can be the one who remains calm during those moments, during those times. And then you can rise to your highest intelligence, your highest place during these times of being the most use to yourself and others, and being a presence of centeredness for the globe even. We need it. So that's my message for you today. And I send you all love as you go forward practicing centeredness with me. Thanks.